So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right.
This ball deep for Tony. On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And got his man complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Throwing is Jackson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars have opened the lead up to 30.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Jackson now. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. And quickly they get to the line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Devon Achane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
59, 21.
Now it's Herbert. He completes it to Olave. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted nature of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake.
And this time he is in. Josh Jacobs from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions. He's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jameson Williams, 84 yards. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 2-0 start. Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First down, Kansas City.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Olave holds it in. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Again, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, they needed two. They could only get one. Fourth down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
And now here is another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jags, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.